If you've been maybe thinking about making New Zealand your long-term home, well, you're definitely in the right place today.
Mhm.
We're going to be drilling down into something really valuable,
Hmm.
the top job sectors, where demand is, sky high, potentially offering a smoother path to permanent residency.
Exactly. And New Zealand is, well, actively looking for skilled people to come and contribute to its economy. So understanding where those critical shortages are and, whether your skills match up, that's really the smart first step.
Right.
Having that job offer, especially in a role that's officially listed as in demand, like on the green list or maybe the long-term skill shortage list, that can be a real game changer for your PR application.
Okay, so our mission then for this deep dive is to
Hmm.
explore, say, the top 5 sectors where demand is significant right now and where the prospects for PR look, well, particularly good.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Okay, let's dive right in. First up, a sector that's, fundamental to everyone everywhere,
Yeah.
healthcare.
It really is. New Zealand, much like a lot of other developed countries, is really grappling with a significant need for more healthcare professionals.
Hmm.
You see this pressure building, partly from an aging population needing more care, but also just the constant advancements in medicine needing skilled people. It's interesting, too, because in some more remote regions, the doctor-to-patient ratio can be quite low, really highlights the need there.
Yeah, I can imagine. And when we talk healthcare, it's not just one job title, is it? We're looking at a whole range of essential people,
Oh, absolutely.
like doctors, obviously,
Yeah,
but also registered nurses. They're like the backbone, aren't they?
totally.
And then allied health, like physios and the medical lab scientists working behind the scenes. Super crucial work.
Spot on. And that's precisely why these roles are so vital when thinking about permanent residency. A well-functioning healthcare system is just, well, it's non-negotiable for the country's future. So people with the right skills here are highly valued. There are even specific government initiatives, trying to attract overseas nurses, for example, offering sort of streamlined pathways and support.
So if your background is in health, definitely sounds like an area with real opportunities.
For sure. Significant opportunity.
Okay, moving from keeping us healthy to keeping our digital world running. Information technology, or IT.
Ah, yes. IT.
It feels like pretty much everything has an IT component now, and I guess that's amplified in a dynamic economy like New Zealand's.
Yeah, what's quite interesting about the NZ tech scene is its kind of dual nature. You've got the established tech companies, sure, but
Mhm.
there's also this really vibrant, growing startup scene.
Yeah.
And all that innovation and expansion naturally leads to a big ongoing demand for skilled IT folks.
And what sort of specific roles within IT are most in demand right now?
Well, the core roles like software developers, web developers, systems analysts,
Yeah,
they consistently top the list.
right.
And when you think about where technology is heading globally, the need for those skills is only going to intensify, really.
So if someone listening works in tech, what specific skills would make them really stand out? Not just for a job, but thinking about that PR pathway too.
That's a really good question. Expertise in those sort of cutting edge areas is highly prized. Think cloud computing, that's essential now.
Hmm.
Artificial intelligence, data science for getting insights from data, and crucially, cybersecurity, protecting all that digital stuff.
Cybersecurity, yeah, that's massive.
It is. And having a strong portfolio in any of those domains can make your application look very, very attractive to employers.
Makes sense. Okay, next up, let's shift to the physical development of the country. Engineering. I know there's a lot of talk about infrastructure upgrades, new projects, that kind of thing.
You're absolutely right. New Zealand's in the middle of a big push on infrastructure development, lots of construction initiatives happening nationwide.
So that means engineers are needed.
Exactly. It creates strong demand for skilled engineers across, a whole range of disciplines.
Can you give us some examples? Which fields are hottest right now?
Certainly. Civil engineering is a big one, crucial for roads, bridges, all that infrastructure.
Right.
Mechanical and electrical engineers are needed for all sorts of projects. And with New Zealand's focus on sustainability, environmental engineers are key too, especially those with expertise in things like renewable energy, geothermal, hydro.
Yeah, the green focus.
Definitely. And within those fields, there's a particular need for skills in, say, construction management, water resource management, and sustainable energy development.
That fits perfectly, doesn't it, with upgrading services and the environmental goals. So these big projects are directly fueling that demand.
Precisely. The sheer number of ongoing and planned large-scale projects really underlines how essential engineers are to the country's progress. They're the ones making the plans happen on the ground.
Okay, now let's talk about the people actually building these projects. Construction and skilled trades. With all this development, I'm guessing skilled tradespeople are also in hot demand.
Well, without a doubt. The volume of building work, both residential and commercial, across New Zealand means there's a significant and growing need for skilled tradespeople.
When we say skilled trades, who exactly are we talking about there?
We're talking about the essential trades like builders, electricians wiring everything up, plumbers dealing with water and waste, carpenters doing the framework and finishing.
The core team for any build, basically.
Exactly. These are the foundational skills every single construction project relies on. You just can't build without them.
And it's not just about the new houses or offices, is it? The whole construction industry is a major engine for the economy.
That's a really crucial point. The construction sector isn't just, putting up buildings. It's a huge contributor to New Zealand's economic health.
Right.
And the success of that whole sector depends directly on having enough skilled tradespeople available.
Makes total sense. Okay, finally, let's touch on a sector that feels very quintessentially New Zealand. Agriculture and horticulture, big global player, right?
Absolutely. New Zealand holds a really prominent position in the global agriculture market. Think dairy, meat, wine.
Hmm.
And to stay competitive, they need skilled people driving innovation and managing things effectively.
So what kind of roles are we seeing high demand for in ag and hort?
Well, there's a consistent need for agricultural scientists, people doing the R&D. Also, experienced farm managers are really sought after to run modern, often complex farm operations.
Okay.
And skilled horticulturists, too, with expertise in crop production, maybe viticulture for the wine industry, that kind of thing. And these opportunities might be particularly strong in the regions where farming is, the main part of the local economy.
Right, outside the big cities maybe.
Often, yeah.
Okay, so we've covered these 5 key sectors. For someone listening now thinking, okay, my skills might fit into one of these, what are some practical, concrete steps they can actually take to look for jobs in New Zealand?
Right, the practicalities. That's the key next step. First things first, you absolutely have to do your homework. I strongly advise looking at the official New Zealand immigration websites.
Okay, which ones are those?
Immigration New Zealand, that's often just called INZ, and also the Ministry of Social Development, or MSD. These sites are your go-to for the official, up-to-date lists of occupations in demand.
Gotcha. INZ and MSD.
Exactly. And they also have all the info on visa requirements, the PR application process, everything you need to know officially.
Okay, essential first step. What about actually finding job listings online?
Definitely use the big job portals. Sites like Seek, Trade Me Jobs, which is a big general site in NZ but has a great job section, and LinkedIn, of course.
Standard tools then.
Pretty standard, yeah. But you need to actively search, create a good profile, and really tailor your applications. It's so important to adapt your CV, your resume, and your cover letter to New Zealand standards. Highlight the skills they're looking for in that specific job ad.
Good tip. Tailoring is key. Now, what about networking? How much does that matter in the New Zealand context?
Networking is, it's really important. Try to connect with people. If you can, attend industry events or career fairs, even online webinars in your field. Connecting with people already working in your sector in New Zealand can give you amazing insights, maybe leads on jobs that aren't even advertised publicly yet.
The hidden job market.
Exactly. And just a better feel for the local professional culture.
Makes sense. And lastly, is it worth looking into recruitment agencies?
Yeah, engaging with recruiters who specialize in your particular field can be a very smart move.
Why that?
Well, they often have really good relationships with employers who are actively looking for specific skills. They act as a kind of bridge, matching your qualifications with opportunities you might not find just browsing general job boards. They know the market inside out.
Okay, good advice. So just to quickly recap then, we've highlighted healthcare, IT, engineering, construction, and skilled trades, and agriculture, horticulture as these top 5 sectors in New Zealand right now. High demand, promising pathways for skilled people looking for PR.
That's right. If making New Zealand your long-term home is, a serious goal, then strategically focusing your job search within these key areas definitely gives you a significant advantage.
So the next move really is yours, our listener. Take this info, maybe do some more research into the sectors that really resonate with your skills, start making those connections perhaps, and just be persistent with the job search.
Absolutely. Persistence is key.
New Zealand's economy genuinely needs skilled individuals, and maybe your future lies in one of these really dynamic fields. worth considering which sector truly aligns with what you can do and what you aspire to for building a life in Aotearoa.